Welcome back, guys. Today we've just dropped my youngest one off to his nan and granddad's, and we are off to do just a one-off clean today. I'm doing gutter cleaning and window clean, so hopefully I can show you how I get around doing that and any obstacles that I might get. Until then, I think I've got about 20 minutes until I get there. It's an awkward one getting out of there. But yeah, so just the gutter wash. That's one thing that when people message me through the website or they message me, they seem to get confused with gutter clearing and gutter washing, and they just call it a gutter wash. So now I make the habit of saying, are you sure it's a gutter clean that you want, and it ain't a gutter clear? So I say internal gutter clearing rather than cleaning in general, because people get a bit confused. I've actually done a job once where they said gutter cleaning. They watched me clean all the gutters from the outside, and then at the end they went, oh no, you're not going to clear the inside, and then expected it to be the same cost. You do get some cheeky ones, but I must admit, 9 times out of 10 customers are great. You know, a lot of them are old in their OAPs and retired and whatnot, so they're quite respectful, and as long as you're respectful towards them, you know, they'll make you a cup of tea 9 times out of 10, and sometimes they even offer a bacon roll or some lunch, which is amazing. You know, sometimes I forget to take something with me, like today I forgot my banana, so not to say that that's what I expect, but it's always nice when you're offered. But anyway, we're 20-minute drive, get there, have a little look, assess it, see what we're going to start off with, see if there's any challenges that might crop up whilst doing the job. Yeah, so lots of jobs coming up, to be honest. It's going to get a little bit busy. We've got a mixture of jobs. We've got moss removal and treatment. I think I've got about 2 of those come in the next couple of months. I've got some conservatory washes, loads of window cleaning. Yeah, for the next 2 months. So that's the only thing. I must admit, I don't know if anyone else who's self-employed struggles with this, but especially for cleaning. But say if I got the next 2 months booked up now, well, if any more work comes in and I can't fill it in for the next 2 months, people easily just move on to another cleaner, which means you're losing out on potentially a monthly regular or a yearly regular clean, or just a one-off clean. And then it also means that, you know, I can't fit it in because they're not going to be happy with how long they've got to wait. The summer's come in. I mean, they should understand that you get backlogged, but a lot of people don't. So and they're in a rush to get it done, which is understandable, but You know, that's work that you do miss out on. I must remember, do a little van tour, show you around, see what kind of upgrades I made. Not that you would have seen the old van, but if I've got any pictures, I'll put that in, and you can see the difference to what I started off with to what I felt would be better. No, sorry, let me rephrase that. What I started off with is all I knew, so I had to work with what I had. I never really changed things because I thought that would be the best way until I got the new van, and then I thought, right, let's see what more, how I can get more room, how I could work more efficiently, how I can save more water, how we can fit more equipment in if possible and if needed. So I had to work out all those things, and there was another one, like the reel. I didn't have enough reel sometimes when I got to places, so could I have a bigger reel or a bigger length of hose? So those are all things that I decided to try and upgrade to make things run more smoothly, and I'll talk through that, and I'll tell you what I find.